All right, you've done it. Today is the last day of the 5-day 2020 Angry Parent Challenge. And today we are talking about my favorite, self-honor. When I created Sure Parenting, this was the piece that I saw missing from so many places. And when I talk to parents in person, this is the part that's often lacking. Self-honor is more than just self-care. Self-care is very important, but it's more than massages and warm baths. Although, please sign me up. It is understanding who you are at your core, your essence. It is embracing what makes you you. It is learning what you like, what you dislike, what your personal boundaries are. It is knowing what you need to feel fulfilled and happy and meeting those needs. It is saying, I need some space. I need quiet. It is saying, I need a hug. I need someone to vent to. It's being so aware of yourself that you can make sure you are whole and fulfilled. And then you can help other people. My favorite visual for this ever. It starts with the typical cup analogy. So you've got a saucer and you have a cup on it, right? And people always talk about filling your cup. Fill your cup, fill your cup, fill your cup. And then what happens is, you have an awesome Sunday and you get to fill your cup and you feel great. And then Monday hits and you've got to give to this kid and this kid and this spouse and this boss and da 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 da. And your obligations may be at church or in your community and then your friends. And all of a sudden your cup is totally empty and you're just spent again. You're exhausted. You're wrung out. You've got nothing left to give, but everyone's still asking. So the continuation of that analogy is, you put your cup on your saucer and you do fill your cup. You fill your cup to overflowing and you serve everyone else from your saucer. Your cup never has to be empty. You don't have to serve people from your cup. If you don't have enough in your saucer, add some more to your cup so it overflows some more. But everybody else gets filled from the saucer. And they can take and take and take and take, but they don't touch your cup. That's yours. That's the essence of what we're doing here. And it really does involve a lot of different facets. It involves accepting who you are. So my favorite way to do this, really, that I find really fun and engaging, is learning different personality type things. It's super fun to me. Maybe it's not your jam. That's totally fine. But I love learning that there's other people just like me. Things that I thought were flaws. That's just who I am. And that's okay. I'm not a great housekeeper. I'm not. I don't see the mess or the chaos the way that some people do. So I'm not a visual person. I talk a lot. I'm a verbal person. I can think and create tons of ideas. And I'm really not great at follow through. But knowing that about myself means that I can use my strengths. I can do consults and come up with tons of solutions. And then I know I need some sort of system or help to follow through, right? So for one, I give my ideas. I give tons of ideas all the time. That's what comes to me. That's my gift. It's super helpful to dozens and dozens and hundreds of families. And I love that, right? So I lean into that gift in that way. And then when it comes to me personally, I make sure I have a coach. I make sure that I have somebody else who is stronger in that particular executive function who can help me put it on a calendar, put a date to it, explain to me, okay, this is what you're going to do this day, then this, then this, then this. Now, I could sit in the feeling of, oh, well, I should just be able to do it myself and be frustrated with myself and be hard on myself and be angry with myself. But I did that for years and it didn't change anything. Or I can get the assistance that I need to get it done. That works better. In my book, I talk about, well, so first of all, there is a self-honor chapter. Again, for those of you that are using the book right now, go to the self-honor chapter and read it. There's a really cool framework where you can type yourself on all these different categories and learn all about yourself. It's super fun. Also, I talk about, in the beginning of the book, aim. Everybody needs to know what their aim is. A for assistance, I for information, and M for mindset. When you're struggling to get somewhere, one of those three, or all of those three, need a little bit of work. And that is okay. It is fabulous to acknowledge that and to honor that. You might need assistance, right? I probably could use like a housekeeper or house cleaner, but I don't really want to pay for one right now. So instead, the assistance that I chose was to create a system, to make a sign. I broke it down into 4 easy steps so that I could do it every day and I could accomplish my goals. And I used resources to increase my information. Melissa Coffey is a great professional organizer who's lent tons of information and assistance to me. Clutterbug is another great resource. And having those resources help to increase my information for my own self so that I can create the system that allows me to at least tidy up and not get completely overwhelmed. In addition, I had to work on my mindset. I had to stop comparing my version of clean to somebody else whose gift is cleaning, right? Like clean enough is clean enough for me. And it needs to really be. Accepting who I am, accepting that I would rather be making videos for you guys than mopping, that's who I am. And I need to be okay with that. And embrace what makes me me. I love that I get to support other families. And I love time with my family. And I needed to find a way to do both. So I took Sundays and Mondays off. And I created that boundary to honor what matters to me so that I can be there for my clients and I can be there 100%. And I can also be there for my kids and I can be there 100%. It is an up and down and constantly evolving system for every single unique person, but it matters. How much time are you giving to you? What lights your soul up? What makes you feel confident and capable? What stretches your brain? What do you love learning? What do you love doing that isn't an obligation? What hobbies do you have? What brings you joy? What do you read? What do you watch? There's so many questions that contribute to this idea of self-honor. But the bottom line is to take the time to really connect to you and who you are. Because the happier you are, the more calm and peaceful you feel. When you're fulfilled, people can't pull you down. They might be in a space that is hard for them. You can empathize with them. You can hold space for them. You don't have to join them because you still feel good. You can love on them and still feel good. And it is a skill that takes a long time to master. I don't think anyone ever perfects it because we're all going to be susceptible to different things. When the entire world went crazy, I fell and it hurt. And I had to create even stronger boundaries because I could feel my energy shifting just by the energy around me. And I had to cut off my interaction with a lot of social media, a lot of news sources, because it wasn't good for me. And there are people that will judge me for that, and that's okay. Because my first priority is doing what's best for me. I have to take care of me if I'm going to take care of my family. I have to do what makes me feel good, what honors who I am, in order to be able to honor who my kids are. And it's cool because that works the other way too. When your kids see you taking care of you, carving out time and space for you, honoring who you are, you give them permission to do the same thing, to have healthy boundaries, to tell their friends, nah, that's not for me, and to be okay with it. You are empowering them to really believe in who they are and love themselves. And it sounds cliche, I know, but most things that become cliches do so for a reason. It's very important. And at your root, if you're not happy, you're going to be an angrier parent. You're going to be a more reactive parent. So you've got to figure out what will honor you. You can start really small. You can start carving out 1 minute a day to just look at a vision board and imagine the things that you want to create in your life. Cool. You can start by listening to an audiobook or a podcast while you're driving. Just fill up your brain with something more positive and uplifting than normal. It doesn't have to be huge. You just make a choice to do something for you. There are lots of ideas on my blog. I did a 5-part series of blog posts because I wanted to break down things you could do quickly, things that took a long time, things that were high energy, things that were low energy. It's all on there. Find something. Pick at least one thing that you can do to make yourself feel better. And that includes your health. That includes taking care of what you put in your body, right? That includes all of it. That includes scheduling a doctor's appointment for yourself. That includes, like I said, there's tons of things on the list. I'm not going to go through the list right now because it's there for everybody. But what are you going to do to honor you? Maybe it's rewatching this challenge and really committing to doing every single one of these challenges, these challenge days, to its fullest. That'd be a cool one. To really improve in the areas that you want to see growth in. I like it. I like the sound of that. If your aim needs more support, if you need more assistance and you want me to be that assistance, I am here. The 2 quickest ways right now that you can get support from me are, I guess there's 3. One is the class that we're getting ready to start called Turning Off the Anger Switch, where we talk about all of these things from the challenge, plus a lot more. And we meet every week to discuss the specific challenges that are happening in your family. I'll teach you how to use the triggers tracker and work with you over the course of 4 weeks so that you can really have that hands-on customized approach in your family. There are weekly videos as well as assignments, and then the Q&A trainings each week that you do live with me on Zoom. So that will go be posted in the Facebook group for you to join. That's option 1. Option 2 is, option 1 is a $200 course. We will do our reverse train like we do every year and see how many people sign up. For each person that signs up, there is a discount. In past years, we have gotten it down to $50 for the whole course for all 4 weeks, all 4 modules. It's super, super cool. So I plan on that happening again, but I suppose we shall see. The second option is our monthly membership group. I created a membership group in June because I wanted a way for families to be able to get ongoing, continuous support that was super affordable. So in Create Your Sure Family, you become a member. It's $20 a month. You have complete control. You can cancel whenever you want. You can be there 1 month. You can be there 6 years. Totally up to you. And we meet every single week. And so we're guaranteed 4 calls a month. Some months we've had an extra call because that's how the weeks worked. So this month was one of those months. And it was awesome. So we got a bonus one. But We go live again on Zoom, and I answer your questions. What's coming up for you? What challenges are you facing? What do you need problem solving with? We have talked about bedtimes. We've talked about divorces. We've talked about, not divorces, fixing marriages. We've talked about being a single parent. We have talked about explosive tantrums. We have talked about bedtimes. We've talked about chores. We've talked about all kinds of things. And it's really productive. Being able to be in a group of like-minded parents who are all working for the same goals is incredibly empowering. So the third option, and one that I suggest everybody use, is free. And that is bit.ly/callsammy. Everybody gets a free 15-minute call with me. So schedule your call and we'll chat about it, whatever it is for you. That's a really great way to honor yourself right now. Reach out and get the support that you need. Thank you guys so much for being here for the 5-day challenge. I am so proud of you for finishing all 5 days, and I really look forward to continuing to support you on your journey to creating your own sure family.